What's going down, people? It's your boy AntoDaBoss here, and I have a little footage of Call of Duty. I did a little headquarters match, and this was great footage because of the fact that my team pretty much dominated. We go 250 to 0. I didn't post this up because of my kills, because I do pretty bad. 37 and 10. For some of you, that's decent. For some of you, that is not good at all. So, pretty much the main reason I'm putting this video up is for entertainment. I got a lot of stuff to go over. Twitter, I told you guys, for those of you who pretty much asked me a question on Twitter, I was gonna reply, and I think this is a pretty appropriate time to do it because it's a Sunday, and then we're wrapping the weekend up. Next week is a fresh new week, so what that means is next week it'll be a fresh new question. So I just wanted to pretty much pick my 10 questions that you guys asked me on Twitter and go over it and answer it to you guys. And also give you some shout outs if you guys left me any account names. So the first question that I picked out was from It's KT Bruh, and what he asked me was, what 2 teams do you think will make it to the Super Bowl this year? Now, I was gonna say the Eagles at first from the NFC side, but these guys have been not doing so like they used to in the beginning when they started out with Michael Vick. Right now they're losing 24 to 3. I don't know how much it's gonna drop the team's confidence, chemistry, and all that. It's still, these guys are gonna put some damage in the playoffs. I mean, it's the team just got together. Michael Vick, it's his first year starting. They're still developing. They haven't been together for a long time now. So I believe these guys will do damage in the playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna be anyone in that division, in that conference, is going to be able to beat the Atlanta Falcons. These guys are doing. I mean, these guys are. I'm speechless. These guys are doing really good. Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting them to win as many games as they have so far. So I think from the NFC side, it's going to be the Atlanta Falcons, and now from the AFC side, it's definitely going to be New England Patriots. I have these guys winning the Super Bowl. I mean, it's not even funny. Tom Brady, with all the talent that he has, I mean, he doesn't nearly have the same talent as he used to, but he still has some great receivers, good tight ends. I mean, he has 3 wonderful tight ends. Gurkowski, Crumpler, Aaron Hernandez. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. 3 lethal tight ends. And Tom Brady is just looking great out there this year. He's having an MVP performance. So I think it's definitely going to be the Falcons and the Patriots, Khalil. So the next person that I picked out, his question, first of all, his Twitter name was Papalik123, Papalik123, and he asked me about Madden 11. Now what he asked me was, during the Superstar mode, like during the season, do you get to pick out the jersey that you wear? And yes, you do. Once you hit your matchup, once you hit play, it will take you to the screen like a quick match, and it will let you pretty much pick out whatever jersey you want, whatever jersey is available. I think that's a pretty cool thing that that Madden has allowed us to do. Now, next question was asked by Hockey_Sniper11, and what he asked me was, what is your favorite game you have right now? Now that's pretty tough, but ever since November, I think that's when the game came out. I can't think right now at all. NBA 2K11 came out, and you can't ask for anything better than a game like that because of the fact that the features that it had in the game. Now, I would easily say Madden because I'm a big-time Madden fan. I would easily say Call of Duty. I would easily say NCAA. But NBA 2K11, it really can't be compared to Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of my favorite games, but if you ask me what my actual favorite game out of all my games, it has to be NBA 2K11 because of the fact that I mean, you have quick match, you got friends over, you play quick match, the graphics, everything is unbelievable about this game. Then you're bored of quick match, you go do franchise, you do fantasy draft, whatever, in the franchise mode. It's too fun. Then you do my player. If you're bored of everything, you decide, you reenact, like you act like you're in the NBA. You create a player. You go through this journey. It feels official and everything. And not only that, but the my player mode has just like went over the top with it this year. I mean, they have all these billboards. You create your own shoe. it doesn't get any better than. And if you're bored of all that, you take it online. New competition. If your friends aren't over, if there's no competition at home, you just take it online. Everything, like I said, the graphics this year are unbelievable. So I would have to easily say NBA 2K11 as being my favorite game that I own right now. Now, next Twitter question that was asking me about was, again, it was about the NFL, and it was the Magwoo, and his YouTube account name is the Magwoo. It's D and then MAGWOO, D Magwoo. What he asked me was, I was wondering who you think will make the playoffs in the NFL, and he's a Packers fan, of course. So right now, I'm pretty much gonna read you guys the current standings of the playoff picture. So right now from the NFC, it's going to be the Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Philadelphia Eagles, St. Louis Rams, New Orleans Saints, and New York Giants. Right now, if the playoffs ended, these guys, not the playoffs, if the season ended right now, those teams will be making it to the playoffs. But in the hunt, there's Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Seattle, San Francisco, and Arizona. Now, on the AFC side, if the season ended today, in the AFC, New England would go in. They already went in. Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Baltimore, New York Jets. And still alive is San Diego and Indianapolis, Miami, Oakland, Houston, and Tennessee. Okay, I know earlier in my questions I said that the Philadelphia Eagles are gonna be making a lot of damage in the playoffs, but this all comes down to what happens in the next 3 games. And today, they're off to a bad start because of the fact that I believe either the Giants or the Eagles are be going into the playoffs because of the fact that not both of them are going in. My reasoning is because of the fact that Tampa Bay Buccaneers will go in instead of either the Giants or the Eagles, and right now it looks like it's going to be the Eagles that will not be making the playoffs. The reason why I say Tampa Bay is going to go in is because today they'll be playing Detroit, and then the next week they're going to be playing Seattle, and then after that they have only Tampa Bay left, and they pretty much they can decide their own destiny. And because of the fact that Philadelphia Eagles are losing today to the Giants, that is not a good way to end the season, because of the fact that they have Giants right now, they have Minnesota next, and they have Dallas next as well. I don't think these guys will be making the playoffs this year, if you ask me, but you never know what happens. So I believe instead of the Eagles going into the playoffs, I think it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One reason being the schedule. You never know what happens though. They might still lose to the New Orleans Saints. I'm talking about the Buccaneers, and they might not go in. But for the Giants, I think they're gonna go in because of the fact that they're playing. Number one, they're playing today against the Eagles, and they pretty much have that game down. They're winning 24-3. You never know what happens. Next game they play Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is injured, so I don't know if he's gonna be the same, and if that team is gonna be the same. And then after that, they have the Redskins, and our team is looking pretty bad right now. So I think they can easily beat us, no doubt. So that's why I believe I don't know. You could go either way. Eagles are playing great this year. You never know what happens, but because of the fact that they're losing to the Giants big time right now, I think Tampa Bay will go in instead of them. But I might sound ridiculous right now. So that's the only changes that I would really think. So my predictions is Atlanta, Chicago, St. Louis, New Orleans, New York Giants, and Tampa Bay. That's my predictions for this year. And on the AFC side, obviously New England and Pittsburgh are going in. Kansas City Chiefs, they have, I don't know if they're going to go in. You know, I believe the San Diego Chargers are going to go in instead of Kansas City. And for Jacksonville, I don't think they will be going in. And my reasoning is because of the fact that the Colts and pretty much the schedule they have left. Today they play the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're winning right now, 14-0. Next week they play the Oakland Raiders, and in the week after that they play the Tennessee Titans. So I believe the Colts will go in instead of the Jaguars. So Kansas City will not go in my opinion, and the Chargers will. They're only a game back from Kansas City. Baltimore is going to go in, obviously, and also New York Jets. So on the AFC side, my predictions are New England, Pittsburgh, San Diego, Colts, Baltimore, and the Jets. that's my predictions only. You know, I'm not an NFL reporter, so I'm not gonna be exactly right. But I'm just going with my instincts are telling me. You know, you never know. The Eagles might come back today and go to the playoffs. You know, it's gonna be really shocking if they don't. So I'm guessing they will this year. So that's my answer to you, bro. Next Twitter question is coming up. All right, so the next question is about the AFC standings as well, and this question comes from Anthony AG42296. His Twitter account name is AG42296, and what he asked me was, what do you think about the Raiders' chances in the AFC West? I don't know if you're a Raiders fan or not, but their season is not looking good at all. I would pretty much count them out, looking at the division they're in and the conference they're in. Obviously, in my opinion, the only chance they have is winning the division, and it doesn't look like they will, because of the fact that they're in the AFC. So the only way they could get in my opinion, is winning the division. And in my opinion, that division is gonna be won by the San Diego Chargers. So, in my opinion, Oakland Raiders are out of the playoffs. I hate to say that to you. I'm gonna have to do this a little quicker. So my next question is from Chi-Town Kid 24, and he asked me, his account name is Xavier the Great on YouTube. He asked me, what's your favorite game of all time? And my favorite game of all time is Madden 07, because of the fact that was when I first got my Xbox, and the whole graphic change that I went through. It was great. Madden 07 has to be my favorite game of all time. Next question comes from King C. He asked me, what do you think is the best overall team in Madden 11? I would definitely say the Eagles, because of the fact that they have Michael Vick and the running game and the receivers. That team is too much in online, so I would definitely have to say the Philadelphia Eagles. The next question that I picked out was from Will Zhao, and he asked me, what's the highest possible rating you could get when you create an NFL superstar? I think the highest possible rating you could get is below a 75 or higher. In between, because you can't get anything around 80 overall, so it has to be lower than 80 and around like 75, 70s. Now the next Twitter question comes from Joe Schmo 88, and his question was like, in Madden or NBA 2K, are you loyal to the team that drafts you, or do you like to be on different teams before your career is done? I like to be on different teams, but I think in this year, in 2K, I'm gonna be on different teams, unless I pick a team that I like the Wizards. But in NFL, I think I'm going to be loyal to the Steelers, but you never know. If Big Ben doesn't come back to the team, I'm pretty much going to ask for a trade and hopefully land on the Redskins or another good team, you know, that I like. So, hey guys, hope you enjoyed the Twitter questions. If you want to ask me a question, make sure you follow me on Twitter at AntoDaBoss, and hope you guys have a good day. AntoDaBoss, I'm signing out.